These are some tricks and tips for you, a beginner, to be able to be a god at Gorilla Tag. So, if you want to learn how to be really good at Gorilla Tag, then hop on Gorilla Tag and follow what I do. First things first, if you want to be able to practice routes or any kind of trick, you need to do this. So, what you need to do is you need to go to the Room tab on the computer. And then, once you're there, you can type any code. I usually do the code mirror, so if you want to join me and practice with me, I'll most likely be practicing in the room code mirror. So, yeah, if you go in here, you'll be able to practice, and it helps a ton to be practicing. I do it all the time, and I practice routes. Next things next, you need to find out how you want to grip your controller, because if you don't grip it like how you want it to, it could mess up, and heck, if you're not wearing straps, it could fling off your hand. So, I grip my controllers where, like, I grip the handle of it, so like the top of the controllers where all the buttons are in the little ring, I don't hold that at all. I don't even touch it. I take all my fingers and I grip the bottom of it, which also makes my pinky or this finger go down in game. So then I look like this. So this is how I do it. So you need to find out your most comfortable position. Some people even just grip the entire controller with all the buttons down and play like that. Wish I could see that, but in my opinion, I can't do it. So, but you should try them out. And sometimes people don't even grip on them; they just do this. They don't even use the grip or anything. They just do normal stuff, normal things. And then some people even do this because I don't know, it makes them think they can wall climb better. Which, I guess it kind of makes you, like, focus on your hand more when it looks like that. I don't know. But, my opinion, I do this. So, you can do it like this. You can do it like this. Do like this. Do like this. Like, I don't know. Whichever way you want to hold your controller, you do you. But, just hold it to where you're comfortable. The next tip is that if you're like one of the few monkeys left, heck, even maybe the last one, you need to turn this off. Because let's say you're like running from like 9 lava monkeys, and you need to focus, and that turns on. That kind of distracts you because it's all loud and it's annoying. So I recommend if you're wanting to focus and get maybe a good clip or just practice a lot, I suggest turning this on mute. You can, turn it. The next trick, or the tip mainly, but I suggest going into a room where you won't hit as many things. Because some people, I'll put some images up on the screen, but some people will completely destroy their controllers due to no room. So I suggest playing in like a living room if your room is small. And let's say your family likes to hang out in their living room. And they're all loud, but they don't mind you playing in there. So then you don't hit anything. Well, what you need to do is do this. A lot of people will say just mute all the people and they might not be able to hear you. They can still hear you, and also if someone leaves and then a new person joins, you'll have to mute them, and it's a whole thing. So what I suggest doing is either going down to mic and just make it to where you don't, your mic isn't on. Or you can make it to where you can turn your entire voice chat off. You just hit option 2, it turns it completely off. You can't hear anyone, and no one can hear you. If you want to turn it back on, just hit option 1. Another thing is to choose a specific color that you want. In my opinion, I do some blue thing. Here, I'll leave my lobby so that I can show you. In my opinion, I like to use this color. So, and then I know if somebody says blue, I can look over and see if they're talking to me. So that's a good thing if you choose like black or yellow or purple or something like that, or green or red. And if somebody says your color, you can look over to see if they're talking to you. So then you'll know. And also, if it helps, you can change your name. Mine's just Mir VR. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to my room now. And next thing is practicing running from people. So basically, let's say you're like, let's say there's a few lava monkeys chasing you. Okay, you can't be doing stuff like this. You're going all slow because you're launching yourself in the air, or you're doing this. Can't be doing that. You need to practice doing stuff like this. We're on the ground most of the time. Or stuff like this, to where if you're on the ramp, you can use one hand right here and do this. And go up the ramp really fast. Also practicing doing like something like this on the ground makes you go really fast. So for example, also don't, if you're a boy, don't whack yourself in the place. Alright, so for example, you can do this. If I was on flat land, hold on 1 second. What I like to do is look down and do it, so then I can tell if I'm doing it or not. What you do is just, oh shoot. You should practice doing that, because here, let me show you an example where you should do that. In the mines, there's a little tunnel here where, well, there's a cave. Now, in the cave, if you are good at staying close to the ground when you're running, then you won't have to use this too often. But if you're doing stuff like this where you go, that will slow you down by a lot. So you don't want to be doing that. You want to be doing this sometimes. And sometimes when people are running, they'll need it. So they'll be running like this, and then they get momentum. So in here, it's really important to practice that. I'm not very good at it, but the more you practice, the more you'll be able to do it. Before we continue, let's hear a word from our partner Pyramid Node. Having trouble trying to find the best Minecraft server host? Well, you're in luck, because that's when Pyramid Node comes in. Pyramid Node is the greatest server hosting for Minecraft that I've ever used. Staff team that reply really fast. You can access the game panel just from the website. You can get your own servers. They're really good. I highly suggest you check them out. And if you're going to buy a server, and you can use all these different types of servers that you see in the list here, and they're all really great. Now, depending on what you're using, obviously this is the most popular one, which is really good because it's at a good price, and it's 3 gigabytes, which is pretty good for an SMP, and I guess videos if you're a YouTuber. But if you're trying to make a Minecraft server, I'd say the Iron one. By the way, if you're going to buy a server, please use code MIR at checkout for 15% off your purchase, and it also helps support the channel. Thank you very much for Pyramid Node for partnering with me, and let's get back to the video. The next thing is a pretty hard skill to learn, so this may take a bit to learn, but I'll show you what to do. So what you can do is wall climbing or wall running. So what you can do is, if you go to the mines and you go to a place in the mines, see a good spot. Oh, gosh. Right here, or right over here, is a really good spot to practice. If you look at this, it's not a flat wall, it's a slanted. So, and if you're doing this, as you can tell, you'll just go up. So if you do that at a slight angle on this wall, you'll wall hop. But on steeper walls, you won't have to turn your hand as much. So, like on this wall, you'll have to, it's really hard to do it at first, but like if you do stuff like this, you get up here and you see, you can get up steep walls, which is a really good way to escape. So like, if you go like this, it's a really good way to escape, especially if some of the people in your lobby aren't the greatest. So yeah, it will help so much. A cool thing you can do with that is if you go up on this part right here, it's the end of the ramp, you can launch yourself up, boost yourself up, and then get on this branch. Which from here, I either go from this branch to that branch and then to a top, or I do this. I hit myself again over here, and then get up on the top. And then another cool thing you can do with this is right here. So you see how it curves right here? Yeah, you want to go on that exact edge for practicing, obviously. And then you see where it curves on that wall and it goes up. That's where you want to launch yourself and wall hop. So soon enough, after like maybe a couple of days of practicing, or some people, if you're just a natural, you'll be able to do this pretty quickly. You can just do this. And stuff like that. Another trick that you should probably do is learn how to go up these by doing this. Because, sorry to tell you this, but you can't do these forever, where you just grab onto here, launch yourself up over and over. Can't do this. And if you don't even know how to do this, you just need to go get help. You need to learn how to do that before you can do this. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is go right here, take your hands, put it on this, on the little edge thing here, and then launch yourself up. Now, a cool thing is that if you're in the middle of it and you need to stop for whatever reason, you can just hold it like this, and you'll be perfectly fine. And then you can launch yourself up, and if you really need practice, a cool thing I like to do is that I used to do to practice this is I'd launch myself up, give me a second, and then launch myself up, then give me a second, and then that, and then that. I'd slowly do it for practicing, and then I'd get faster, like this. Like that. Now, after you've learned that, you can get on top of there now. But you need to learn how to get on top of there through this. Not because most people will go up through the wall way. If you, oh, what the heck? Go through this way. There's many ways people can easily beat that. First of all, if you're slow at doing this, the lava monkey has a boost. So if you're going up it, lava monkey's right below you. He can just launch his health up and touch you, and easy. And another thing is that if there's a lava monkey on top of the thing, what the heck are you gonna do? The only thing you can do is do this, which you sometimes might have to do. But if you do that, you're on the ground, you're exposed to all the other lava monkeys, and it's an easy tag, unless you're a literal god and you do stuff like this, to where you like wall climb. Then you go on the branch, and stuff like that. Oh, what the heck? Unless you're literally good, then you should probably get off this video because you're really good. But still like while you're here. Don't leave without liking and subscribing and following all my socials and joining the Discord. Another thing to make you really good at the game is practicing doing this thing right here. A lot of people saw Reed Kid's video where he hopped from this wall to this wall and to this wall to this wall to this wall and did this thing. That you can't go up really fast doing it that way. Okay? Like, it's pretty slow and it's very difficult at sometimes. So a cool thing I'd like to teach you is to do this. Oh shoot. is to do this. And then once you're up here, you'll have to do this, no matter what. But yeah, a cool way to do it: take your hands, go like this, make the triangle. Make a triangle with your hands like this, and then keep that same angle with your hands and go up. Now, once you're up here in this area where it changes a little, like it shifts, see where it shifts a little? That's where you're going to have to do the thing that Rekid did right here, where he went side to side. But you don't have to do that until you're right there. So, I suggest you practice on this one. That's so you see where the big tree in the beginning of the thing. You can go right here. See that big black spot right here? Yeah. Follow this way and you'll see a little corner. That's the best place to practice this. It's a good way to escape people. So, and if you're good enough, you can do stuff like this and get away. And then once you're like right here, you can just launch yourself up to here. And yeah, you can do that on a lot of corners. So, for example, there's a corner over here you can do it on. Go to this corner, you can do it here. See that? Yeah. You can do it there. And do it on this corner. This corner is actually pretty hard, but it is possible. Once you've mastered it, you can do all the corners pretty much. So, yeah. Then another corner is this one right here in this area. And then so on and so forth through all these corners. You'll be able to do it. And yeah, that's a really good thing. Now the last thing to make you a pro monkey at this, which is the most important one, is subscribing to Meardev on YouTube. By doing this, it will make you 10 times better at being a monkey and make you do stuff like this, where you can be a literal god at gorilla tag. You can juke people, you can make people cry, and you'll be an absolute god at gorilla tag. And trust me, it works because my friend tried it and he was instantly better. So, yeah, it works. You can trust me on that. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. Oh God, I'm out of breath. Leave a like and subscribe. Follow my socials or whatever. Join the Discord. And